Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to discuss a problem, and that problem has been asked in several tests. For example, NEET, and this is a conceptual problem, a little bit an analytical problem. This can be solved in two ways, or we have two approaches to solve this, and one is obviously analytical, that involves dot product of vectors. But I am going to emphasize the geometrical solution of the problem. What is the problem? The problem is this: there are two vectors, and the magnitude of the sum of the two vectors is equal to the magnitude of the difference of the two vectors. And if it is, then what is the angle? What is the angle between the two vectors? Let me phrase and rewrite this problem on the board. And we have two vectors, A, say this vector A, and the vector B, this vector B. And obviously there will be a vector in opposite direction to B, that will be minus B if they have equal magnitudes. So according to question, what we are given, that magnitude of A plus B is equal to magnitude of A minus B. Then what is the angle theta, any angle theta, between the two vectors? This is the question. What is the angle between the vector A and B? So that angle may be anything, not need that this vector be like this in this orientation. This may be in another orientation. This is our A, this is our vector B, and this is minus B. Or and third orientation could be like vector A, vector B, and obviously this is minus B. We have taken three situations with three different angles. Then we can calculate in these cases A plus B and A minus B according to the law of triangle addition. And we have this as A plus B, and this vector A minus B. Similarly, this vector is A plus B, and this vector is A minus B. And what about this? We have A plus B and A minus B. Now you can see what we are going to see, what we are seeing. Now you can see, you can observe, as the magnitude of A plus B decreases, the magnitude of A minus B increases. Similarly, if the magnitude of A minus B increases, then the magnitude of A plus B decreases. That is, there must be a point where the two magnitudes are equal. And obviously, if you see here, if this angle is 90 degree, that is, angle between the two vectors A and B are 90 degree, then what happens? This become a right angle triangle, and this also becomes a right angle triangle, and these two triangles are congruent, and therefore their hypotenuse must be equal in length. So there is an angle theta equals 90 degree, where the two magnitudes, that is magnitude of the sum and magnitude of the difference, are equal. Therefore, what will be our answer? Our answer is 90 degree. Angle between vector A and vector B is 90 degree. Of course, this can be also solved analytically, and for analytical method we have dot product involved, and I hope you know that. If you don't know, then you can ask me, and I will try to solve in that way, and also I will explain what is a dot product of vector is.